Okay, cogent and uncogent arguments, these run parallel to sound and unsound arguments. So in a non-deductive or inductive argument, a cogent argument would be a sound argument. And it is an inductive argument that is strong and has all true premises. If it is missing either of these two elements, then it is uncogent. And that means that it is an inductive argument that is weak or has one or more false premises, or both. A good argument is what is meant by a good inductive argument without qualification. The difference between cogent and sound arguments. In a sound argument, it is necessary only that the premises be true and nothing more. Given such premises and good reasoning, a true conclusion is guaranteed. In a cogent argument, the premises must not only be true, but they must not ignore some important piece of evidence that entails a different conclusion. And this is called the total evidence requirement. Here is an example. Swimming in the Caribbean is usually lots of fun. Today, the water is warm, the surf is gentle, and on this beach, there are no dangerous currents. Therefore, it would be fun to go swimming now. If all the important factors are mentioned, then the argument is good, but if they fail to mention the fact that there are several sharks vacationing in that spot, then the argument is not cogent. For an argument to be cogent, it must not only be true, but it must not overlook some important fact that requires a different conclusion. Remember, deductive arguments, if I add a premises, it still remains valid. Additional premises in non-deductive or inductive arguments create a problem for us. Here are some general guidelines to determine if an argument is deductive or inductive. Arguments in which the premises provide absolute support for the conclusion, such arguments are deductive. Arguments having a specific deductive character or form, categorical syllogism. This factor is often of equal importance to the first, and when present, it provides a clear-cut indication that the argument is deductive. I'm going through these quickly, but you should study these on your own. Arguments having a specific inductive character or form, prediction. Arguments of this sort are nearly always interpreted as inductive. Arguments containing inductive indicator language, it probably follows that, since arguers rarely try to make their argument appear weaker than it really is, such language can usually be trusted. But if this language conflicts with one of the first two factors, it should be ignored. Arguments containing deductive indicator language, for example, it necessarily follows that. Arguers occasionally use such language for rhetorical purposes to make their argument appear stronger than it really is, and such language should be evaluated carefully. Arguments in which the premises provide only probable support for the conclusion. This is the least important factor, and if it conflicts with any of the earlier ones, it should probably be ignored. There you are. Hopefully this will help you as an introduction to Chapter 4 and also as support for the exam.